just do anything. Start volunteering, make contacts. Volunteering is probably a good way. Look for, every event has loads of production elements like inductions and runners and production officers, production assistants. Get onto site crew, a great way. My son's doing that now. He's on an events management degree, but he's been working site crew. He knows how it goes together. One day, if he's got to tell somebody to put a kilometre of Harris fencing in one night in the pouring rain, he's going to understand what that feels like and how long it takes. So yeah, site crew, yeah, any of those roles, and then just make contacts, stand out, turn up. If you say you're going to turn up, turn up. That's the biggest thing.
I think the biggest thing that people, the biggest misconception about events is it's a fun party. And it is a lot of fun. We have a great time, we make it fun, but it's a lot of hard work. It's not just what you see on the night of the event of a great, awesome concert. There's so much work that goes into that, so many months and weeks of and hours of pre-planning. And I think that is kind of a misconception that a lot of people have when they come to an event like Soundstorm or any of the other big projects that we do. It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work.
Be patient, have fun, and never imagine that things will go exactly how you planned. But always have plan B, C, D, and go through it. No one will notice, more or less.
Looking to get into the events role, I think, is definitely from the very, very get-go, from the start. You need to have a lot of experience. So you want to be just taking as many roles as you possibly can, just to get your foot in the door. Try and take all those small roles, because you can't get to the big roles without taking the small roles. And then look into education. I think education is one of the smartest things that you could ever possibly do. Like doing as many courses as you possibly can, and obviously getting your LinkedIn profile, get that up to speed, get that well written, and that's my best advice that I could give anybody.
So it's about two things, in my opinion. It's about getting knowledge about events, depending on the discipline you are working in. So if you're site safety or whatever, but if you are working on safety or crowd management, gain theoretically knowledge, so you have an understanding about what you are doing in the field. And on the other hand, you really need to have some practical experience, so you can work at events.
Easy. I mean, to do like volunteering a lot, like to be participants or just volunteer, even if you not get paid, but at least you will still learn something, even if you are traffic marshals, back of stage, whatever, but you will always learn something. And events industry, this is not something that you can learn at school. For the crowd safety, even health and safety, you have to be on the field, so as much as you have experience in events is the best.
The events world is on the fringes of what you would call a normal job. So I know that production, lighting, sound has become much of a mainstay within professions, and there's education, university educational programs that allow you to develop that. Site management for us is a bit of a black art. It's a development of skills that range from power and sound or production, and understanding how these elements work on a site allow you to develop a site and build a site. So it's an experiential thing. It doesn't need to be an old thing, but the more events you do, the more experience you get, therefore the better you become at that job.
Events is just get on the ground, first things first, get on the ground, regardless of what the position is or what you're aspiring to do or become. Get that experience, network, get to meet all the great vendors and people that are working on these various events. And I just hope they love surprises, because there's always a wonderful surprise waiting for you each and every day, and just to kind of have an agile mindset where you're able to adjust and roll with the flow and just have a great time. That's it.
Be flexible. You can't be set in your ways. You have to be willing to work with the facts that are in front of you, not the situation that you want to be in front of you. Any predisposition to a satisfactory outcome is going to work against you. You just have to work with what you have.
Get your head down and prove yourself rather than talking about proving yourself. I think a lot of people feel the need to shout about what they're doing rather than just doing it and cracking on. If you're good at what you're doing, you will get noticed, whether that's volunteering and then working your way up or whatever it may be. Crack on, be good, show that you're good. And then the other side of it is just being nice to people, particularly if you're a freelancer. A lot of people ask, how do you get more roles as a freelancer? Being nice to people and making friends is nice for you, but be nice for everyone else, and they remember you for those relationships that you built rather than kind of powering through. Empathy and kindness can get you very far in the world of events.
Probably find your path. There's so many different departments that brings an event together. Probably find what you're passionate about and where you see yourself, and then just go for it. Yeah.